So welcome. This is officially the first start date of the 5-day challenge. Lots of you have already began this challenge, and I'm so proud of you. You're doing very well. I can see immense, some great successes as well as mental fortitude. Absolutely amazing. So keep it up. How are you doing? So as I promised, I'm jumping on to help any one of you who need their questions answered. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free and ask. Okay. A lot of people were asking me still about the blood sugar issue, and the watermelon only cleanse, and I believe I explained it yesterday. Hopefully, most of you understood it. But if you need, have more questions on it, I'm more than happy to answer the question. Are you guys using the seeds? Are you started using the seeds? The seeds of the watermelon are very, very powerful. Did you know that the rind of the watermelon, if you dry it up, okay, and grind it, you can use it for mouth ulcers? Do you know that the watermelon is good for a hangover? Not that any of you will get drunk. Do you know that watermelon is also good for your kidneys? Okay, if you have scant urine, if your urine is yellow and there's a bit of pain, watermelon is fantastic for that. Okay, so many benefits of the cleanse. Okay, so Mariana says, why do I go to the washroom every 15 minutes? Mariana, if you are going to washroom every 15 minutes because you started the cleanse, it's possible, not common, but possible. Okay, and it shouldn't be forever. It should stop soon. Okay, because 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, I'm guessing is diarrhea. You can get that. Okay, but like I said, it shouldn't be long lasting. So a day at the most. And if it continues, I would stop the watermelon. Maybe it's too strong for you. But do keep me posted and let me know how it goes. But it definitely detox symptoms. When you go on a cleanse, the body tries to flush everything out for you, and if you don't have the right channels open, it will use any avenue. Some people can even vomit. Okay, some people vomit. The mucus will come out different ways. So it's unique to the person. So just keep an eye on it. It takes a couple of days for the seeds to dry out, so I haven't tried it yet. You know what? Even though I recommend dried seeds, okay, I say dry because you can store it, but you can actually boil. When I say boil, sorry, you can actually brew the fresh ones. Okay, so you can take the seeds and you put it into like a teaspoon or two, put it into a jar or something, and put hot water in it and let it sit for a while. You can actually do that, so you don't have to wait. I prefer the dried ones because I can take a spoonful and use it, but you don't have to limit yourself. You can use the partially dried or fresh ones. Okay, the same way. Again, I like to crush it so there's more opportunity for the water to hit it, and then put hot water in it. You can either use a tea bag so you don't get the bits, and you drink the water. That's it. Okay. I've been just eating the seeds. That's fine. That's fine. If you just eat the seeds, that's fine. Okay. That's actually, it makes sense, right? I mean, it's the same process. What the water does though, that chewing won't do, is that the water it kind of like pulls out, or it's an infusion. You're trying to pull out the essence of the seeds. When you chew it, the body doesn't use hot water to infuse, so it will digest it and some of the elements will be used. But that's the reason why we make teas, because the hot water is a way of extracting the plant essence out of the seeds. Okay, that's why I'm telling you to boil it. Don't boil it, sorry, pour hot water on it. Boiling is different. If you boil something, you can actually destroy it. But if you put hot water on it, the temperature is hot enough, yet not consistent enough to destroy any nutrients. Okay. So so like I said, I'm here to answer your questions. So feel free. Like as you know, I get really backed up. I'm trying to keep up, but I think it's impossible. So if you have any questions, this is your opportunity, and I'm doing my best to answer them for you here. And otherwise, you can always reach out to me whenever you're ready. But do take the opportunity now to ask questions that are relevant to the topic, please. Okay. Oh, okay. Mariana says, okay, it's not diarrhea, it's too much pee. That's fine. That's fine. It happened. It will happen definitely. But you see, it will stop eventually when the body gets fully hydrated. And it's reached a balance, the frequent urination will stop. But remember that you are taking, watermelon is 92% in volume of water. So when you're eating watermelon, you are actually taking a lot of water in, so you naturally will have to pee. So look at it as a cleanse, not as an annoying thing, okay? In that regard. It's actually flushing your kidneys and keeping things nice and healthy. Okay, so Day 2 of my detox, I'm having a little ginger lemon tea at the end of the day, but so far so good. Okay, that's fine. Ginger lemon tea. Ginger is fantastic for diffusing circulation from the core outwards. So it's fantastic for you. Also great for your digestion. And yeah, you can do that, no problem. You can have the herbal teas with it. And the lemon is fantastic, as you know. Lemon is one of my favorite and most powerful fruits you can use for healing. Okay. Can I eat the watermelon also, or just you can do both? Okay, I suggest you eat it because you feel full. If you juice it, it's gonna be you're gonna need maybe more meals, and the juicing is far more superior. Meaning that when you juice, there's no fiber, so that you are sparing your body from digestion, but at the same time, you have stronger detox effects. Okay, because you're putting nothing in your body. It's almost like a water fast with all the nutrients. Okay, so you can definitely do both, or you can do one or the other. But you would definitely lose a lot of weight with the juicing only, for sure. Can you speak more about parasites? How do we know if we have them? How do we know when we get rid of them? Okay, Max, I'm sorry, I apologize. I know you asked this question in different groups, and I couldn't get to it yet. I apologize, but so I'll do it here. Let's see. Can you speak more about parasites? So parasites in general, let's understand why they come. Okay, parasites come because they come to feed, like how you go and eat your food, they come to eat your foods. Their foods are in you, and we all have a perfect amount of parasites in our bodies when we are healthy, is balanced properly. There's a synergistic effect, like the host and the parasite are beneficial to each other. But when we have to eat the wrong foods like protein and starches, and we create mucus plaque and we create obstructions, these things multiply because now there's ample supply of food. They breed more, and the body's not removing excess amount of them, so it accumulates. And if you eat animal products, especially, a lot of worms in there. Okay, and it just gets things worse. So parasites come when you have a parasite problem. It's an accumulation of years of ignoring the body and you eating the wrong foods, and then it becomes a problem. So we have to take steps to get rid of it, because the body can't, because we have blocked up all the channels of elimination. The lymph system especially is not moving properly. That's the system that deals with any kind of foreign material, immune system, so to speak. So if it's not strong enough because you're eating the wrong foods, it's stagnated, the kidneys are not filtering, then you cannot eliminate the waste properly, then they multiply, then you get fungus, then you get, okay. So in general, fungus comes along when you're not breaking down sugars. When your adrenals are weak, you get fungus, overgrowth. When you're eating proteins and you're not breaking it down properly, you get bacteria attracted to it. And when you are, as a general note, that is, and then the worms come, of course, when the terrain is there for them to breed and grow. Okay, and maybe you ingested them as well. So yeah, you want to do, so that's the reason why they come. Okay, so the second question is, how do we know if we have them? Well, there's symptoms. The one, you get always hungry. Okay, and physically you might be itching your butt, your anus side, you itching there a lot. Okay, sometimes you can see them on the skin. If it's really bad, you see them on the skin. You have oral thrush on your tongue, the candida, the white tongue, almost yellowish. That's a sign of it as well. That's candida, potential candida. You itch a lot. Okay, those are signs of parasites as well. And the hunger is one of the giveaways. You eat, but you're always hungry, and that's a sign of the parasites. But in general, everybody, especially if you haven't done a cleanse for a while, should be on a parasite tinctures for 2 months. That's the Parasite C on our website, antimicrobial tincture, and the Parasite W. Parasite W is for worms, antimicrobial is for fungus and bacteria. Parasite C is a super potent formula for bacteria and fungus. Okay, so and then the third question. Okay, so I answered them for you. So yeah, you have to deworm yourself. Is there a reason the process is 5 days as opposed to 1 day, 3 days? No, there's no reason, Monica. The reason why I put 5 days because it's doable for most people. Okay, and I wanted to put a target that's achievable for most. Ideally, if you watch my videos, you see sometimes I recommend that you go on a 20-day, 30-day dark grape only diet. Well, you can do a 20-day to 30-day watermelon only cleanse. Okay, and it's phenomenal. It will clean you up like it's no tomorrow, but it's very tough. Meaning that all you're eating is watermelon, all you're eating is dark grapes, for instance. It's a mono fruit cleanse, and I usually suggest it to people who need a deep cleanse quickly, or they are trying to fix something and they cannot afford to be eating any kind of a multiple of foods because I want the quickest results now. And so in that case, I'll go 20-30 days. But a 5 day is a general introduction the whole system, of course, and it's up to you to go further. So those who have the fortitude, and there's plenty evidence of such people on the group, they can go 10, 20 days as a breeze, and some people can't even do 1 day. So the 5 days kind of a balance between the two, and it's good enough for everybody to achieve something. When you achieve the 5 days, you realize the potential you have in you, that you are far more powerful than you think you are, and then you can achieve anything. And the 5 day becomes, a better lifestyle, or becomes 10 day, and then your life is improved. Okay, so that's my goal, to get you to improve your lives by giving you small successes and wins along the way. And that's why I did it. And the other reason I did it also was I wanted to, because I'm actually in the process of writing a book, and it's almost done on the watermelon oil cleanse, and I put all the knowledge in there, and all the questions in there as well. And it's going to be the best book when it comes to detoxification with melons, or any fruit for that matter, but specifically watermelons or any kind of melon, because it's phenomenal what the melons can do. As you know, melons are berries, as I mentioned yesterday. They're berries, big giant berries, and berries are the best fruits to eat for your brain, for your heart, for the entire body, for the kidneys. So there's so many benefits in there. Do you know that you can use the rind of the watermelon to remedy, if you're diabetic, to control blood sugar? I mean, it's phenomenal. You know, you can dry the rind up into powder and use the rind for mouth ulcers. Like, there's so many medicinal uses in Chinese medicine, and I've compiled it all together with my experience, and written a book about it, and I'll introduce it very soon to all of you. But yeah, 5 days is a good period for people to get a taste of it, and achieve great results. I got in here, did you say to eat watermelon seeds? I said if watermelon seeds are best to get the medicinal effects from, to gather them, either use them fresh, or I prefer dried and stored, so I can use it multiple of times. Because fresh, if you don't dry it properly, it will start rotting, okay? And it can attract bacteria and fungus. You don't want that. So the dried one, you can store it, and you can put it in a cup or a jar, take whatever you need when you need it. But if you're eating the seeds, you can remove the seeds and make it a tea, crush it a bit, and put hot water in it like a tea, and drink the water. It has a medicinal effect for the kidneys. As you know, watermelon is high in lycopene. Okay, this is well studied to help address abnormal cells. It fights abnormal cells. In fact, any pink or red fruit has high lycopene in there. It's fantastic for fighting inflammation and abnormal cells. Okay. So yeah, you can, if you chew it and eat it, you will get effect, but not medicinal, because you're not extracting the essence out of the seeds. Will you keep this live so I can go back? Yes, I'll keep this live, absolutely. I always post my lives there for you to watch. Can I take the bowel cleanser one on the watermelon cleanse? You should, if you can, especially if you're not constipated, because the cleanser, what it does when you consume it, it goes and expands and it pulls. It's supposed to pull the mucus plug, and it does. Some people will achieve results immediately. Some people will take weeks. Okay, your small intestines and your colon is covered with a black mucus plug. There's virtually nobody who isn't covered with that, because with anybody who's eating protein starches along the years, okay, will have that. The question is how much of it. And a bowel cleanser on the website, it does exactly that. It has psyllium husk, activated charcoal, and bentonite clay. It's used to strip and pull, and the herbs in the pool mucus plaque as well. Okay, so yes, I would use it with watermelon cleanse. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Monica. Will these detoxes be different if you don't have a gallbladder? The gallbladder's main purpose, it has multiple functions as far as we know, and I can tell you that we don't know as human beings a fraction of what any part of the body does, okay? But the gallbladder is known to help with digestion, and especially fat, breaking down fats or emulsifying fats. So it stores bile, right, for the fats. So if you eat fatty foods and you don't have a gallbladder, you're going to have a problem. Otherwise, the body finds a route or avenue to deal with it. See, the body is a healer. The body is a self-healing machine, and even if you cut things off, it finds a way to do its work. Not efficiently anymore, because you've taken out the parts, but it doesn't mean it's going to leave you stranded. So if you have anything cut off like that, you need to be on a good diet, okay? Which means do a lot of cleanses and stay on a high raw vegan diet most of the time. okay? Because you want to keep things nice and healthy. You can eat your cooked foods now and then, and your starches, whatever, cheat foods, but don't let it be a regular occurrence, okay? Because anytime you take something out, there's a reason why they took it out, because it was inflamed, which means that since you didn't address the problem and it just snapped it off, the inflammation is still there. So I would use liver and pancreas formula to strengthen that area, okay? As you can see, I'm drinking my my herbs and water. Somebody mentioned the other day that I don't show myself drinking or eating, and I said to them that I'm not a lifestyle channel. I am my sole goal is to help people. So if I show myself parading and lifting weights and showing my muscles, that's nice and handy, but it doesn't help anybody. So I thought that I would mention it quickly. But here's my herbs. I actually use them myself. Actually, I use 11 different tinctures twice. I try 3 times a day, but usually twice a day. 11 when I'm detoxing. When I'm not detoxing, I will use maybe the Fabulous 5. Don't know about dried rind. I have been juicing it, but it's killing my juicer. Okay, so don't juice it. If it's killing your juicer, don't juice it. I would just store it, some of it, and dry it out and use it as a medicine. That's it, as a supplement, so to speak. I hate that word supplement, but as a, you know what I mean, as a medicine. I can't find non-GM watermelons, unfortunately. Will you outcome be different? No, listen. Did you see the video I just posted right now? The video I just posted right now of the watermelon bowl I was having, okay? It's not organic. I don't know if it's GMO or not, okay? But it's not organic, which means it could be. It didn't stop me from buying and eating it, okay? And I did it intentionally to show you that ideally I like organic, ideally I like seeded. If I can't get it though, it's not gonna stop me. It's not gonna stop me at all, because I just had a nice big watermelon. I feel fantastic. Okay, imagine if I went and had a big salad, or I went and had starches and cooked. There's no way the comparison I'll feel, even though it might be GMO. I'm not condoning or encouraging GMO by any means. I'm just saying to you that if it's all I have, I will use it. Absolutely, because it's a lesser evil than the protein and starches, because they too have GMOs in there hidden from you, especially if it's processed. If you eat breads, pastas, all those things, it has stuff in there that's GMO based. Even if it's vegan and organic can't have GMO. So even if it's vegan, okay. So Maria says, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. You don't even know you are beautiful. Don't even know you are beautiful. Thank you so much. It takes one to know one. It really does, right? And you know what true spirituality is. True spirituality means forgetting your mind and yourself. This is what it is. A lot of people don't understand this, but when you don't, when you're able to calm the mind or almost say ignore the mind, you reach to a level of a state, not even a state, it's not beyond a state, where the mind doesn't conquer you anymore. The mind is not there. It's there, but it's not there. It's not active. So you get that measure of peace, and you don't take things seriously anymore. And you see other people, you don't see them as humans in a sense. You see them as part of you. Okay? So there's no distinction that's causing errors. People will come and hate on you. It doesn't affect you in that way, because you don't see them. You understand what they're doing is not under their control. In a very strange sense, like we're all part of one. My whole point is, and if you can see that, the mind goes down, and you see things clearer. You have more compassion, and you'll be able to love yourself first and love others even more. But thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, thanks. Makes sense. What's good for heart palpitations and blood pressure? Okay, heart palpitations, fix your thyroid, fix your adrenals. Okay, so if you are using the herbs, I would use adrenal restorative tincture. I'll use thyroid, no, actually I won't use thyroid lifting, it depends. I have to look at your eye for the thyroid. So, okay, I'll go adrenals, forget the thyroid for now until I see your eyes, okay? And I would use endocrine tincture to just strengthen the whole endocrine system. And for the blood pressure, you have to address your kidneys and adrenals. I always explain to you the top number of your blood pressure number is your adrenals, the bottom number is your kidneys. The word adrenal means, ad means top, and renal means kidneys, sits on the kidneys, so they control each other. So if you have high blood pressure, you actually have low blood pressure. It kind of goes in a cycle and changes. Okay, you gotta fix the kidneys and the adrenals for your blood pressure to stabilize. No one tells you this because maybe they don't know, I don't know. But if you fix your kidneys, it means get kidney filtration. If you pump up your adrenals, the blood pressure will come normal, stabilize. Especially, I mean, you need kidney filtration, and especially if you're on the right diet, okay? But there are herbs you can use to help you stabilize it. On the website, we have something called Relax. and that's what I would use if I was trying to stabilize my blood pressure. Of course, stay on your medication when you're doing this. When it comes to medication, you have to ask the doctor's permission to get off it, because you can't just get off it like that. You have to wean yourself off with the guidance of your doctor. They deal with medications, but this is how you address it naturally. I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. Jenny, I hope I'm saying it right. Jenny, thank you so much for Jeannie. Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate it. Let's see. What's the difference between bowel cleanser and bowel strength tincture? Well, bowel cleanser is used to cleanse or scrape. That's hence bowel cleanser. And bowel strength tincture strengthens the bowels and also gives you bowel movement. So if you're constipated, I wouldn't use the bowel cleanser. I'll use the bowel strength tincture until I get bowel movements. If the bowel movements are good enough, I'll go on the bowel cleanser. Okay. That's that's the difference between the two. I just want to say, I appreciate your work. That's Joyce. Thanks. I just want to say I appreciate your work and everything you do. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you as well for taking charge of your own health and for saying these kind of words as well, and allowing me to do what I do. But if you have any more questions, I think I've run through all the questions. If I have no questions to answer, I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So Gloria says, what's good for pancreatitis and diabetes? A1C is 12. Okay. Gloria, what kind of diet are you on right now? So I covered this whole section yesterday on the video. If you watch the first 4 minutes, I covered how to address blood sugar issues. If you have pancreatitis and diabetes, you didn't mention type 1 or type 2. It's the same process I would use. Type 1, I wouldn't do it on my own, because if you're using insulin and you've been on insulin for a long time, your pancreas is very weak, and you need the diligence and the strength to be able to repair it, and time. Whereas type 2 is not really hard to fix, and pre-diabetic is even easier to fix. So I don't know if you are on actual medication, but here's the logic behind it. A lot of people think that if you go on fruits, your blood sugar is going to go up. It will go up, yes, initially for the first day. You sugar load, because you have protein and fats in the system, you have a lot of waste in the system, and the body has to dispose of it. Plus, if you have fruits and other food, you're going to create fermentation, especially because your adrenals are weak in this case. When you have blood sugar issues, you have weak adrenals, without exception. So you have blood sugar issues, you're eating other foods plus the fruits, you get fermentation, you attract more fungus, you have blood sugar rising. Okay, if you went on an all fruits diet, not fruit and you don't have the problem of fermentation, you don't have the problem of undigested foods, so your blood sugar is not going to go up. It's going to go up, and then it's going to drop really drastically. So you have to pay attention, and it stabilizes. And if you're not paying attention because you're taking medication, you'll be shocked, because you're used to taking a lot of medication, and all of a sudden your sugar goes down. Then what do you do? So you have to, if you are taking medication, you have to monitor your sugar levels and adjust it as needed, because you're going to have this surge and then this immediate drop and then stabilizing. But think about it. Why would you eat proteins and starches when they require insulin, and why would you ignore the fruits when they don't require insulin? It just makes no logical sense, especially when your pancreas is busted or weak. And what creates a pancreas problem? Mucus and acids affecting the function of cells. And what creates the excess mucus and acids? Starches and proteins. Eating cooked foods. Okay, creates a mucosic response. Your lymph system is not removing the mucus, excess mucus. It stagnates. Acids affect the function of the pancreas. To fix the pancreas, exactly what I would do. I will use herbs for the entire body. 5+5 kidney tea. Okay, extra herbs for adrenals. Adrenal restorative tincture. Might need adrenal glandular for the adrenals, maybe a pancreas glandular, because in your case it's pancreatitis. And you need kidney filtration. This is actually a kidney issue, kidney and lymphatic issue, but that's how you address it. It's how I would address it. But I would, like I said, I wouldn't do it if you are a type 1 without supervision, or without actually you knowing, because you can learn this stuff. You can learn it in fruits and herbs and how to balance it, and then use the right herbs and be patient and monitor your own levels. You can do it. So I just got cut off. Okay, so if you don't take any herbs, you still get good results. So Sarah says, if you don't take herbs, will you get good results? Yes, you would. But the herbs are there. They are very powerful, and the fruits we are eating today are not as powerful as they would if you were say in Asia or China, and Asia or the Caribbean or any kind of tropical country where you can actually take the fruit off the ground and the soil is rich. You don't need any other herbs. But we don't live in that society anymore. Our fruits are picked unripe, even though they're still powerful. They don't give they take a longer time to manifest the results. So we use the herbs because the herbs give us that extra push. They go down to the cells, the tissue specific, and they clean the cells out. So if you can afford it, you should be on the herbs. If you can't afford a different story, you can stay on the fruits. You will get benefits. Okay. Okay, I think I covered everything. I didn't miss anybody's question. Type 1. Oh, yes. So type 1, like I said, is tricky. You have to watch the videos and learn it yourself and apply, or because you would have to be very strict. You have to monitor your sugar levels really closely. And how long have you been type 1? If it's a month, a year or two, it's easier to come back. 10 years, 15 years, literally, you have told your pancreas not to produce any more insulin. So you have to rebuild that. So you need like a pancreas glandula. You need time and patience, and you have to watch your sugar as you do this. Okay, I think I covered everything. Let me go one through and see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let me see. Thank you. Well, the bowel cleanser I covered. Okay, it seems I covered everything. Okay, oh, non-GMO, I covered as well. Okay, so I covered everything. Thank you guys for reaching out. And this is day 1, so congratulations. I'm so proud of you guys. And keep it up. And if you have any questions, come along. Feel free to tag me. It's not always I'll get to you, but keep on tagging me several times. I'll do my best to get to you. And keep it up. I'm very proud of you. 5 days is not long, but you're gonna feel fantastic. Okay, so again, fantastic when you're done. And I'm so proud of you. Like, this is amazing. You are all amazing. I can't say it enough, and I'm so happy when I come here and I see the people talking about the melon cleanse. Like, you guys are phenomenal. Like, from the average human being who does nothing for their health to you, oh my God, it's like wow. Okay, so keep it up, clap for me, and know that I'm watching you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free and ask. And bless you. Okay, and I'll jump in hopefully tomorrow.